them. And that actually takes us into the next one I
They,
had, and it's talking
they
about the crisis. Go ahead.
yeah, they had an earthquake in New Jersey or New York, I think it was this year. We haven't that
Yeah.
doesn't ever happen. You know what I mean? So these little things are just starting to happen. But go ahead on to the next segment.
And they were talking about how the people in Florida, the insurance companies are just kind of buying the homes because the natural disasters is making the Florida uninsurable because they have so
Yep.
many. So they're saying the magnitude of the crisis become evident when examining the staggering increase of insurance premiums. And in a few short years, they say premiums have surged as much as 400% from an average annual premium of $1,988 in 2019, and that's for a year. And now Florida homeowners are now grappling with the premium reaching the jaw-dropping about $8,777. And so to put that in perspective, folks, that 1900, that's what you would pay for a year for your home to be insured. Now, if you own the home, if you're buying the home from a mortgage company, you have to have insurance, right? So
Yeah.
or else you're going to lose your mortgage. And so now these people have to pay 8,000, almost $9,000 on top of what they're paying on their mortgage. And
Wow.
you can't afford it. And they're saying
That's
landlords, they're
crazy.
losing their places. They're losing their places because they bought their houses so high, and now they can't afford because the renters are getting priced out anyways. So it's a
Yeah.
real crisis going on here in America, and it's dumbfounded. It's like, where does our government and these rich folks go from here? Because at the end of the day, we're going to turn on them, and their money is only as good as what they can buy to protect themselves and their money.
I mean, they're also doing stuff like it's a good point right there, but they're also doing stuff like they're not insuring trucking companies that are based out of Florida. There's a lot of different things that they're going through right now. Florida's just one of those states where they're highly prone to having some kind of a natural disaster, say a hurricane or just
Yeah,
a tropical storm, and you're losing everything. And insurance companies are losing their shirts. So they're doing the same thing when you go over to California.
yeah,
They
I'll
got so
say
many natural
California.
wildfires, everything like that. And this is coming from an insurance guy. You guys, this guy right here knows about insurance. So I mean, this is definitely
Yeah.
something that we need to look out for. I've thought about things where I'm like, why doesn't the federal government insure? Why don't they step in? Either they're going to have to step in and start telling insurance companies, giving them some kind of, regulating them on what they have to do as far as pricing is concerned, because they're getting money hand over fist. There's a lot of people out there who are paying these insurance premiums and aren't even putting in claims. There, a lot of people, there's certain things I didn't want to put in claims about because I'm like, man, my insurance premium is going to go up
Well, that's the
over
whole
this.
thing.
I
It's like
might as well just
it's
pay
a
it.
lot of those frivolous claims. It's what's rising it up, and so a lot of people have seen that their insurance has gone up over the times. And some people, you may have a $20 increase, you may have more. It all depends on your driving habits. They're
I
going to
think
start
it's greed,
tracking.
man.
They're going to start
I think
tracking. Well, it's that. It's just
it's
before
greed, man.
to be an insurance company, it made sense because you were getting so much money and you didn't have so many claims. But now you have
But
so many natural disasters. They're not be able to keep up. They can't keep up and keep
I'm not,
profits.
I'm not going to let you just defend the insurance companies because you're an insurance guy. I'm going to be real. You know, an insurance company, they're more akin to a bank. An insurance company is, but they
Yeah,
can take their money and lend it out, like and basically do what a bank can do with the money that they're getting on their premiums. They can take that and leverage it and make loans on their money. So they're making money off of the money that you're giving them. They're not just turning around and giving it to a person in a claim.
yeah,
They're making money off this money that they're getting. So these guys, I mean, you got companies like Berkshire Hathaway who owns Geico, companies like that. Berkshire Hathaway is a big investment company owned by Warren Buffett. They're buying these type of companies because they can turn around, take that money that they're getting from all these different people who are paying these premiums and leverage it like a bank can, 10
yeah.
times, and loan it out. Just like so that I don't me personally, I don't think I think it's more out of greed. I do think they have some. If I'm making let's just say if I'm making $100 million in profits a year, which is not, they're making more. Some companies are making less. If I'm making that per year, and then all of a sudden I got to make 75 million this year because I've had a few extra claims, not just a few, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Thousands of extra claims this year, but I'm not making my 100. I want my 100 back. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, oh well, I need to raise my prices now because I didn't, well, people are making more claims. We have more natural disasters. You guys have pulled out of Florida. Basically, most
And
insurance companies have
California,
pulled out, even
out of California for about
two of
half
their
the year.
biggest markets. Two of their
Yeah,
biggest markets, man. You said for half the year
yeah, half the year. There's a certain times in California,
that
I
you're
don't
uninsured.
that no that you they can't sell new policies. Like either you have insurance or you don't. And if they won't sell you policies for I think it's about
Yeah,
like
this
about half the year, 5 months out the year, they will not sell you anybody
this
insurance.
industry this industry needs to be regulated. I'm gonna be real. I know it sounds crap me saying this to you right here, Yuri. And I get you, but
I'm not worried about it. I don't have a
this
job, so I don't
industry.
care.
But you know what I mean, though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I
Like
like to pay
they
attention. I like to pay attention to my insurance because to me it's insurance is an important thing to have because I like to call
absolutely,
that I like to call it invisible what if shit.
yeah,
Because a lot of people drive around without insurance, but I mean the claims they sell people such bad insurance policies, they don't realize how bad it is. They are really just taking money. But talk